Hey everyone, and welcome. We're closing out the month of July, and it is almost time for school to start. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Bren Harris, and I founded Warrior Moms by Bren when my son was medically injured at 22 months of age. We have walked through hell. Now we walk through it like we own the place, and you can too. Why do I say that? Because your story matters. Hear me. Your story matters. And it doesn't matter what you've been through. If you're 10% beyond where everyone else is, then you're the expert. And that's what I want you to hear today. We are here to say, listen, it's time. It's time to step into our calling, to walk in purpose and champion our calling. And we founded Warrior Moms by Bren because our son was medically injured. Your story may be different. Whatever you're facing, that one thing you never thought that you could get past. And now here you are on the other side of it. Boom. You're now the expert because you can bring other people across the bridge and keep it authentic and 100. Now, I didn't just wake up and say, "Ooh, my greatest heartbreak will become my global platform." No, it was one step at a time. It was one moment at a time and one revelation at a time. As you can hear, my son is very excited because this has been his birthday week. So we are on vacation, and that makes the background noise crazy town here. Hey guys, good to see you. Let us know in the comments where you're chiming in from. I am in Oklahoma, which is, if you threw a dart at the middle of the United States, that's about where we are. And it has been ninth level of purgatory hot here because it's July. And I know that sometimes we take our situation for granted. And that's why we're talking about the four-step method to peace, profits, and purpose. Say that 5 times fast. And last week, we talked a little bit about peace, and we use American Sign Language as a workaround. That's how my son learns new words. And the ASL sign for that is like you're washing your hands, and then like this, like you're letting it go. So peace is just like that. And it's super easy because when you are feeling that one, disconnect, for us, it was finding the right teacher. Our state just ranked almost dead last in the United States for education. Lovely. And any child that falls outside the bell curve is usually left behind, to be quite honest. And we are saying, hey, no child will be left behind. No child will be left behind, especially mine. And I never thought this would be my life. I would never choose this journey. I would never trade this journey either. Please let us know in the chat where you're chiming in from. And if you're on the live, put an L. If you're on the replay, put an R. And if you're listening to this in the future on an audio, understand you can just go to YouTube and type in ASL sign for peace, profits, and purpose. And I don't have all the answers, but just a quick review. Peace, the Latin root is pax. We're going to say the letter P, A, X, pax. And that means tranquility, freedom from disturbance. Now, let me tell you, our current events, oh my goodness, our current events, you can take politics, the Olympics, the weather, whatever, and it's just disturbing, all of it, because it's here to distract us. The Latin root for deceiver or Lucifer is distraction. Hey, Shaughnessy, good to see you. And distraction, when we get distracted, that's the assassination of our dreams because we're not following our purpose when we're distracted. I know it's really exciting to get online and engage. No, we're here to walk in purpose and champion our calling. Now, here at Warrior Moms by Bren, our primary goal is to be a voice for the voiceless. My son is a teenager diagnosed on the autism spectrum with a speech delay. And we are here to say, hey, we're going to find the workaround. The doctor said he would never get out of diapers. He would never be able to go to school. He would never be able to function. And he has blown all of that out of the water. And he has been working my business with me for the last year. And now that he's 16, I can officially pay him. And we are here to set him up for success because we're habit stacking. One of my favorite books, if you've talked to me for 5 minutes, you will know it's James Clear's Atomic Habits. And we are being 1% better every single day. Better today than we were yesterday. Start with where you are, with what you have, and work it with all you've got. Hear me. Start where you are with what you have and work it with all you've got. We don't have to be the most talented, but we are always the thermostat, never the thermometer. We walk into a room, we influence that energy for the better. We never take the temperature of the room because we are here to make a difference and leave people better than we found them. Now, PAX, P-A-X, that's a Latin root for peace because we're talking peace, profits, and purpose, tranquility, absence of war, obviously, and freedom from disturbances. And I am here to say we don't have to be peacekeepers. We are here to be peacemakers. And that doesn't always mean we'll be miscongeniality. It means we're here to be peacemakers. We're here to make things better. Oh, thanks, guys. Never give up on your children. I'm telling you, that is such and every day is not perfect. I don't always get this right. I might have a good cry and some coffee and watch one of my favorite sci-fi shows, but then I'm back at it. And we're not here to be perfect. We're here to be better today than we were yesterday. And I'm learning that our goals are not necessarily about our goals. It's who we become achieving those goals. Hear me. Our goals are not necessarily just about the goals and look at the measurable objectives I've obtained and check the box. It's who we become pursuing those goals. I am nowhere near the same person I was 2 years ago when I started this journey of actually sharing our story and our pain and our profit, meaning growth, progression, and advancement and increase. Because I am a firm believer money just makes us more of who we are. And I wanted to make sure that person is who we are called to be, not who the world tells us to be. We are here and called for such a time as this. Now, remember, peace is wash your hands. Now we're moving, keep going. And if you're getting value, let us know in the comments. And if you're by yourself and you're listening to the audio down the road, please shout value in your wonderful vehicle. And we know that we are always learning. We're always growing. We're getting 1% better today than yesterday. And profit is from the Latin root profectus. Now, I won't claim to be a scholar in this, but I am a bit of a word geek. And I want to know what real definitions are there. I'm not talking about the 80s or the 90s and the 2000s where we're early aughts or whatever they call it. And where we're, all about, flash and trash. We're here to say profit, meaning advance, progress, increase. And that's on every level, emotionally, physically, spiritually. And you do letter F, just like this, and you're going to go profit, just like that. Super easy. So we got peace and profit. So profit meaning advance, progress, increase. Now, one of the things that I love this quote, and I want to read it because I don't want to get it wrong. It says, if it doesn't bring you peace, profits, or purpose, resist giving it any of your energy or any of your attention. Please hear me. There are so many things to get offended about right now in our culture. Let it go. Resist. Move on. Stay focused. We are staying in our own lane. Yes, start where you are. We are staying in our own lane and we are walking in purpose and championing our calling. I'm not talking about a Hallmark card or a really cool positive saying. I'm like, purpose. We are walking in purpose. We're better today than we were yesterday. And one of my other favorite quotes is from Brene Brown. It says, brave leaders are never silent around hard things. Now, in this world, my opinion, these opinions expressed by Warrior Moms by Bren and At One with Bren, we are in 6 different countries, 20,000 person strong movement. We are not, in my mama's basis, basement with, a negative $1,000 in my bank account. We've been working at this for a long time. I just found the right team and the right tribe to help me share my story and everything that's gone on in our lives. My son was completely healthy until that medical appointment. And we encourage every parent, every grandparent, every aunt, every uncle, or sorry, aunt. Let's do the at-home genetic test. That's our issue. My son has the double genetic mutation of MTHFR, a 57-letter term that just means, we affectionately refer to it as the mother trucker gene. And that means he has that double mutation and he cannot convert folic acid, which is man-made, to folate. So at our house, we take L-methylfolate instead of folic acid. And we have a hard time detoxing heavy metals. And when he first was tested, he had all the symptoms and all the qualifications to be diagnosed on the autism spectrum. When he was finally tested, the scale says anything over 10 is toxic. He rated 117. So he was mega toxic. So we took the next 4 years after that initial test, and we have detox layer after layer after layer, gentle detox. And we have invested well over 7 figures to find these answers. And if we can spare your family one moment of the excruciating and devastating heartbreak that we have suffered, I want to educate. I know it's a hot topic. I know it's controversial. I know it's easy to take offense. Please hear me. I'm asking you to merely receive, because we're talking peace, the absence, are free from disturbances, and we're talking profit. Now, when I say profit, most people are thinking money. Money is great, but again, it only makes us more of who we are. And that's why we're working on who we are, right where we are. Now, if you're getting value, please let us know in the comments. If you're here on the live, put an L. If you're on the replay, put an R, and please reach out. I do have a masterclass coming up, and we're going to be talking about the 4-step method for peace, profits, and purpose. I have spent years. I've worked for myself for 15 years. So when I started researching for profit, the word profit, that sounded wild. For profit, for word profit, the word profit, meaning profectus, advance, progress, increase, I learned something pretty shocking, and I'm embarrassed to say this is where we are. The Bureau of Labor Statistics says that women in 2023 made 83.6 cents per dollar that men earned. You guys, this is the 21st century. I've worked for myself for the last 15 years. I had no idea there was such a gender gap. And in 2024, to date, this is the end of July, women are only at 84 cents per dollar that men earn in the workforce. And I am here to tell you, injustices like this are nonsense and garbage. And remember, we're here to be the thermostat, to change the industry, to influence our culture for good. And it's easier said than done. I realize this reads easy, lives hard. I completely get it. I spent 5 years that felt like 15 in corporate America. Never again. And I am here to say, start where you are. Be a positive influence where you are. And we're going to take that circle and get bigger and bigger. Right, Kat? That is a huge gap, isn't it? And this is the 21st century, you guys. What is going on? I'm looking at my notes and I'm going, I can't believe those are the stats. Now, listen, we're talking a lot about peace, profit, and purpose. We're just scratching the surface, giving you the big picture. We're doing peace, wash your hands, and let it go. Then profit. Profit is more than money, because money only makes us more of who we already are. That person needs to become someone worthy of becoming. And we are here to say that profit is defined as advance, progress, and increase. Now, again, this is kind of our vacation week, my son's birthday. We've had family in town. We're going 90 miles an hour. And I love that I can come on here and share some nuggets, so that you can take this and share it with others, and others can share that, and so on. So please save the date. September 10th, we're going to do a really big deep dive in our free masterclass. And that is not the purpose of this talk. I just want you to save that date because we know school's coming up, and I will have a takeaway. I'm doing a free back to school self-care for moms. If you are interested, please let us know in the comments when we post this reel, and we will make sure that you have the right self-care for your season. Remember, be authentic, legendary, and unapologetically you. Warriors, unite.